Thanks for staying with us here on Prime On. It's time for us to get into our next conversation. And you saw that beautiful music video from Ella. Make sure you go and check it out. Stream it, follow her on social media and enjoy all the good music she's bringing. She's a Ghanaian. We have to support Ghanaians. Made in Ghana. Play our own. Listen to our own. Do everything Ghanaian, okay? That's what we're asking all of you. Now we get on to our next conversation, which is our health segment, good living segment. And here, celebrating Ghana's independence and also the month of being a Ghanaian and proud one, we're definitely going to be talking about a conversation we started last week and we're not able to finish it. So today, we'll continue from where we left off. And Doc is here. Doc is here. Doc was here last week, Tuesday, and is here again. Most of you know him as Dr. Ba, but I want him to introduce himself again, and then we'll get on the conversation. Doc, good morning, all.
Good morning, sir.
How is it going?
By God's grace, I'm doing good.
All good?
All good.
We are fine.
Yeah, very.
Strength is there.
Very energetic.
Nice one, nice one.
Yeah.
So when we saw Dr. Ba, let's let people get to know you again.
Okay, thank you very much. Dr. Ba is a doctor and the CEO of Rainbow Scientific Herbal Orthopedic Clinic. I'm a Ghanaian. I came from Eastern Region, Kwai District. I came to Apiase. That is my hometown. And then I've been practicing, plant healing for about 19 good years.
Wow.
I've been working for different herbal hospitals, but I started my own as Rainbow for 7 years now.
Great.
So that is a few I can say to my viewers. Yeah.
Okay, solid. And so that's Doc for us this morning. You can call him or Dr. Ba. Those of you who know him by that name too, he will respond to it. And last week we started with plants and knowing plants. He mentioned some of them. We showed you some of them as well. And today we want to continue. And I will also look at the purposes of these plants. And I believe there are some plants you can plant them in the house, some you can't. All of that Doc would explain to us. And I had a walk with Doc, on location where we visited some of the plants, and then he explained a few things. So you'll be seeing those images as well as we continue with the conversation here on the show. Doc.
Yeah.
And see, we've got to know some of the plants and all that. Today, I see that you have one of them here. This one we spoke about last week.
Yes.
Okay, so these are which ones?
This one is custard plants.
Custard plants.
Yeah, Anini Nkrumah.
Anini Nkrumah, and that's it.
Yeah,
okay.
So this is the fruit of Anini Nkrumah.
Okay.
So this very one is a fruit. So when you take one and then you open it, there's a seeds inside.
In there.
Yeah, there's a seeds inside. And then this one is Abomeguechi.
Abomeguechi.
So
wow.
When we get to the
the use and purposes.
Yeah, we would.
Okay. So today, where do you want us to start from? Yesterday, last week we got.
Yeah, I think yesterday we discussed much about different types of plants. I think we learned about 4 different plants.
4 exactly.
So let's start with this custard plant.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now we're going to the purposes. What it can be used for.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah. The purposes for this plant normally we use it for cleansing. That is the leaves. We use the leaves for the cleansing of the body.
Okay.
When I say the cleansing for the body, that is when somebody has been defiled himself or herself with certain things.
Okay.
So when you having the effect of defilements, then you use the leaves. Either you pound it in the mortar or you squash it so that you have the green juice in water. So after you sieve it, so in the night, then you just
pour it on yourself.
Yeah, you
add water to it.
Yeah, you do.
Would you add water to it?
Yeah, you add water to it. Yeah, you put it in the water so that you squeeze it, so that you have the green juice.
Okay.
So during the night, after taking your normal bath, then you use that green water to pour on yourself. Yeah, and everything that you do, if you are a Christian, you shouldn't leave your Christian background aside. You have to pray before you do anything.
Okay, and you carry the Christian faith to the herbal.
To the herbal. Whatever you do, the faith that you belong to, you have to add that faith to it. So if you are a Muslim, if you are a Christian, whatever you find yourself believe, you have to apply it. So this is not a religion.
Okay,
this is a treatment.
You are not worshiping this.
You are not worshiping this. This is a treatment. You are doing treatment, so you have to ask God who created it for you to, pour His blessing on it so that it will work for you. And then
that is one thing a lot of people don't do, though. They believe in this and then they don't even think about the fact that it's God that is going to
once
make it
they
work.
have had the knowledge, or let me say, have opportunity to use the plant, then the plant becomes God. There's no way plant can be God for anybody.
Okay.
Yeah. And aside the leaves, that we use it for cleansing and the purification or other things, this fruit, there's a seed inside, and that seed, most of the people also use it for family planning.
Whoa.
Yeah, when we say family planning, that is when you want to have
birth control.
Birth control. So the moment you take a seed of this one, I have told you this one is a fruit. So when I say if you take this one, it doesn't mean you take one like this, then you swallow. But when you break this, there's seeds inside.
Okay.
Most of...
Now try and break one and see.
Yeah, it's difficult because this one is fresh.
Fresh.
It has to be dried one.
Okay.
When it dried up, it's so it's so easy to.
Okay, I think you are doing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yes.
Yeah. So let me do it so that they can.
So you break.
Well.
You can talk and you break.
Yeah, you break it. So when you break it, then you take one seed, just one. Then you swallow. When you swallow, there's no way you can conceive during that month.
Really?
Yeah, you menstruate. When you menstruate.
But you won't get pregnant.
The moment you menstruate, there's no
pregnancy.
Yeah, there's no pregnancy. But we don't use this for abortion. Let me tell people. Yeah, this is when you don't want to conceive. Before then you can swallow.
So you swallow before the act.
Very good.
You swallow before you have sex.
That is it.
Okay. But once you have sex, you can't swallow it to prevent the pregnancy.
Is it. And especially that is when you are in your ovulation
period.
Yeah,
okay.
and you have that intercourse. That is when necessary you should take the seed of the
so more like a family planning.
It's a family planning. And even after that, mahogany powder can also do that. Yeah, the moment you take a teaspoon of mahogany powder. You know mahogany.
Yeah.
And you can have dry mahogany, you prepare into powder, then you take a teaspoon with hot water. The moment you drink, it will flow your menses. Wow. It is not for abortion, but it is something that
of course, if you want to plan yourself.
Yes. And you see, most of the ladies are suffering from menstrual disorders, and some cannot menstruate well.
Yeah.
So with the moment you take mahogany powder, it will help you to flow. You have easy flow.
What about those in pain? The others who...
Yeah, the pain, the cramps. Yeah. Most cases, some of the pains of the menses comes from the malnutrition. Okay. If you have a deficiency of calcium and the zinc, you have the pain. So if it is not nutritional something, then the mahogany will be the best.
Great.
Yeah, so that is it.
Okay.
So after the custard and then abomeguechi, even most of the people, you see, there's also a small seeds at the back of this plant. Can you see?
Oh, very tiny.
Very tiny seeds, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
This is even smaller than mustard seed.
Yeah,
the seed that Jesus Christ said is a very smaller seed. This one is even a bit smaller than the mustard seed.
Yeah, very tiny.
And some of my colleagues believe if you take a certain number and you swallow, then you become very powerful.
Like the first seed like this?
This one there, it doesn't matter even it is dry or fresh. The moment you take a certain number, I will not say it here because when you swallow, then you become powerful. Wow, I don't believe it.
But does it work? Does it work for those people as much as you don't believe in it?
Yes, I don't believe. But anything that you believe,
it works for you.
It works for you. Even muchia, do you know muchia? Muchia.
1, 2, 3 muchia.
Very good, very good. You can pour
I grew up in
very good.
If
you pour libation on it, then it becomes bosom completely. Bosom.
So I've seen some in shrines.
Yeah. So that is it. And then let's go to the video because we have a lot of video to cover, and we have.
So which one are we going next?
So we have discussed about the custard. So let them show the whole tree of the custard.
Okay, guys, get us the Anini Nkrumah tree.
Yeah.
The whole tree and then on the screen for us so that we'll get to know.
Yeah.
What does that one also do?
Yeah, that one, Anini Nkrumah plants, is normally generated from bola or cemeteries. Yeah,
Okay.
No,
this is the fruit.
This is the fruit, but the plant is
the plant is there.
Back.
So go back a bit and get us the
back.
plant.
Okay, yeah. It's last week I told you people that Anene Nkrumah is one of the fastest growing plants in the world.
Because of the Jonah example.
The Jonah example.
Okay.
Yeah. And see, if you want to have a very fruitful growth of children, you can even prepare the same grains that you used to bath them. You add nyanya.
So what's that Anene Nkrumah? It's custard tree, right?
Yeah, that's the custard tree.
Custard tree.
Yeah, yeah, that's Anene Nkrumah.
Yeah.
So utimi the Anene Nkrumah, utimi the nyanya. You combine the two. Yeah, you mash it well. Then you used to bath the children, especially the.
Okay, Doc.
So this is Anene Nkrumah. Okay. It's saying it here. Our plant here, as you were seeing it, it's not even. It has not been there for more than 7 months. Yeah,
and it's already up.
Yeah, it's already up. A very grown plant, as you can see. So, Anene Nkrumah is one of it. Then let's jump to the next plant. That is nyanya. Nyanya. I want to talk.
Nyanya, guys, can you get the nyanya for us? Or you need the English name for nyanya to be for?
Nyanya is bitter melon plant.
Bitter melon plant. So please check bitter melon plant for us.
And nyanya is a gift for mankind. God intentionally, created that plant for our well-being. Nyanya can deal with sugar problems. Nyanya can deal with liver inflammations, that is hepatitis. Nyanya can deal with so many problems, the so-called physical, the so-called spiritual, and the so-called whatever the disease is. Nyanya has a role to play. And when it's come to the spiritual side, bad dreams, and then some of the feeling of impending dooms and the diseases that cannot be diagnosed. Because we are in Africa, and it is only Africa that you will take the sample to Kenya, Morovia, Cameroon, US, UK, and then they said, we don't see anything.
Yeah.
So the person is okay. And the person is dying.
Okay.
Yeah. So, okay, so this is the nyanya.
This is the nyanya, okay.
Okay. This is the nyanya. Is it nyanya?
That's the bitter.
This is still is it not bitter leaf?
Oh, the one I'm carrying in my armpits. Is that it?
Okay, so that's what is the nyanya. So you just, you can have some dry one. When it dries up, you can just pick one hand, like 2 tablespoons of the dried leaves. You put it in the water or a cup, then you pour the boiled water. Then you cover for about 30 minutes. So it will extract the nutrients in the plant so that you take the water. So that one is the infusion. You put some in the cup, you pour the boiled water, you cover for 30 minutes for extraction, then you take the tea. When you take that one in the morning without taking anything, it prepares the system for digestion. So if you are a diabetic and you take any food, the food will digest as soon as possible so that it won't take time for fermentation. The moment you eat and the foods delay in the system, it fermented and putrefies the system. So the sugar will rise up abnormally and you have a problem. So anytime you have to prepare the digestion system before you take anything. And nyanya is capable to prepare certain. And also that same tea can help to reduce the accumulations of fat in the liver. Okay. If you have liver fatty, there's a distinction between fatty liver and then inflammation of liver. Fatty is when you deposited more fatty substances in the liver. And the inflammation is when it becomes bigger. Very good. So all these tools, the nyanya leaves, that's the bitter melon leaves, is capable to deal with both cases. So bitter melon is something that God created for us so that we can use it for our well-being. And then after that one too, there's another plant, is it tete also? Okay. If they can bring tete so that...
Guys, guess that tete. I don't know what the name is saved over there, but you guys should just run through it and see if you can get us tete. What does that one to do?
And tete is something that you just... squeeze it or you mash it, like senyame oposa. Then you put it in the bottle.
Dog, is it tete?
Yeah, that is tete.
That is tete.
That is tete. Yeah, you can find this plant in Matthew chapter 23, verse 20.
Oh, it's in the Bible?
It's in the Bible, yeah.
Why is it? What does it do in the Bible?
Not just in the Bible, but it's Jesus Christ himself Yeah.
He spoke about
He spoke about tete.
What's the story about that?
The story about tete is that the rabbis were using 3 plants for healing of the people, and for that matter, they were, having tithes
from there. When you get healed, you say, come and pay tithe.
Very good.
Then you pay.
They were using tete. They were using nunum. And then they were using eme.
Eme. Okay.
And the eme also is there. So eme, nunum, tete. These 3 plants were stated by Jesus Christ in the Matthew 20:23. And when you combine these 3 things, brother,
very powerful.
I'm telling you.
And the rabbis were making money out of it.
Making money out of it. And Jesus Christ said, you are doing well to using this plant, but you have rejected the other necessary things, other important things that you should do. So go and do it before you do
use it.
Too.
Tell them about salvation.
Very good.
Tell them about good things.
Very good. Are you evangelist?
I'm planning to be.
So that is it. It simply means, say, when you be a plant here, or practice herbal healing, to say me, as I say. Woye ade a etene
sir
ese se wo kan ensem a ebo nipa ansa na we use sa we no, which means say ye use herbal for bukata
sir jiska mbubuto now say the panel so ya de bono one kan
very good obi kofa obi yire na obi pan obi kura yes or here for guests we amafo
they do here for guests
here for guests no na yes we can say no we don't do that so justice so we are there etene bra ye use herbs no, but ebinum use it for wrongly na ebinum adware aduro no they call armed robbery no ye dware aduro say na be ya enemy bi attack wa now you are safe, but oh, no, enemy, no, we don't do it. So, yes, we share the sanctification of the herbal practice, and say, as I say, we are or practice herbal, as or one can or sanctify now. Now, a Jumana way and also, it may sanctified. Okay. After years, Macassa 3 plants now. Me per se, ye share and ye may be a war brodier.
Plantain.
Okay.
So, the plant itself, or the leaves.
The plant itself with the fruit.
Okay. Do we have that over here?
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'm having it.
Okay.
You see, during it's not a historical something. Even right now, we do it. Yenfani say, "Ubi ewu," and we have to go and bury the person.
Yeah.
So we first go to the cemetery to dig the grave.
The grave, yeah.
Yeah. And those days, before Obiwa, Niehuan say, what was Sakana, what was Sakana Koma, Nasa Akomani Bonnet,
to check, say the person is alive or not.
That is so
this is what we have.
Very good, yeah. It would let it be there. It's Yakobamana. But if you want and you say, one person will be unconscious, maybe so for any reason, when you pan it to me, so only panning. Which means when you can say when you Nasa Yakobamana. It is a taboo to cover the grave without putting anybody inside.
Really?
You can't do it. You can't come home.
That was before, or it's something that is still happening?
Even our 21st century and this very Ghana month, the month of March 2025, if somebody died and we...
Unconsciously,
or
for any reason he's diagnosed and then we didn't find any life, and then we say, oh, the person is gone.
Yeah.
And then for some few minutes we realize that the person, maybe he went even into coma, and he has come back.
Very good.
But we've already made plans that we're going to bury the person. We have dug the hole and everything.
Very good. We can't cover the grave.
But we can't put the person inside the grave.
Yes.
So what do we do?
There's only one thing in a can that we can do.
Okay.
You have to cut a plantain stem. Then you put it in a grave. Before you can cover it, then you come home.
Oh.
Yes.
So you cut the plantain this way, and then you have it this way. And then you put it just like you're burying somebody.
And then you perform as...
The right, like just like you're burying... Wow.
So you can't onipa. The human body, yes, onipa dua. Human body, onipa dua.
Yeah.
And I say onipa. Asa. But where from dua? The day that the last plant or the last tree will die.
The last human being will die, yeah.
That is it. And our life is on plants. Ye enkwa ekuta ye no. Ye nye free dua so. Say we the solar energy, the next is the plant.
Wow.
Yeah. And say obi ewu na say ultimi mfa dua bia so. I just say sa brode ni dua no.
It's only that one that
only that one. And one we say body eso, and especially near friend say apemono.
Okay, yeah.
Say esua the fruit na appear a shoot, so sa pond na appear I think say now they can.
Guys, you can put it over there for us to see.
When the pond opens to bring up the food. When the pond, the thing
it opens this way, like
it opens that way, and you have that fruit in the pond, like this,
just like the one over there. Yeah,
I can use this one by 21 days to reverse somebody that has risen his or her sugar level into 20, 29, 31. Wow! If you have a sugar level that has been rising to 20 to 30. And I have this very plant, this one, this one. Yeah. By 21 days, it has to come back to 6.
Really?
Yeah. So when we come to plants, Ghana, we have so many things. God has blessed this land. And we have to do everything possible. And we have to be intentionally consult some people. We have Nana Kusi, we have Nana Atakwe Buakoduya. These are the people. I mean, when they get to the bush, I mean, everything that God has created for our well-being.
They have knowledge of it.
They're just pointing it out. I have had time to work with Nana Atakwe Buakoduya. And I always happy when I find myself with Nana Atakwe Buakoduya in the forest. She said, "Uhunu forest now." Uhu said, "Yes." Then you understand the purpose of forest.
Yeah.
The forest is not Bibia, Ebema in Sunkwa. The Amazon forest, that is the largest and the thickest forest in the world, from Argentina, Brazil to United States. And they call that forest the biggest pharmacy.
Everything you need medication is there.
Why they have named the forest the biggest pharmacy, which means the forest contains medicine. And we have about 300,000 different plants, and the botanics research are continuing to research, and every day they bring more plants, every day. God has created all.
And every plant has a purpose.
Every plant has a purpose. I'm having some plants, we call it, it's not Mfufu, I forgot the name. It will come.
Okay.
We have some plants, we call it tonsil, hremo, kasei. So, Oko forest, what do we name say? Now, and I was Shampaboa light here, especially when the place is Madi, Afro.
Yeah.
And what would I say?
I remember, I know that. I know, yeah.
And a book one. I just said,
now. I remember.
But you say, oh, fasa, Ahabano, or Yamakake. Now what the Engo Afra. Na ye bia to say na ya chechire ade enche no na we no atuna ehye aduro no we ye duro se pe kasani ne shimo no ya surgery wie. This is plant surgery. You don't need to be cut to chase and take the tonsil from the flesh. And see, this is it. You haban bi wo hono bullet ye botuo na etuo no bullet no akoshe skin. Yeah, the toso kekeni achechire sei. Ade achipe yipe bullet ni sha plant ni.
Wow.
We don't need to cut and go inside.
Remove.
Yeah. What we said, the last time I think my second born, ebra ye wo no ano na all done this. No, don't they? So you didn't call hospital. And the hospital hold on that young doctors being at the and I know into only the aqualabi by hold na aqualano was some swelling we be one here.
Forehead.
Yeah, forehead. It's not as I say omo cut na omo you film. And I heard one doctor saying, hey, when we say we second first and one ka omo di tiba boda na pai. And
wow.
In fact,
and that was from a doctor.
From a doctor, and now I feel okay. Say, hame to send your matisse. I say, BSc, me busu mo hame pa. Because I see you say, na ke say na nanamu die. Che say, sebe. I say, woman ma transfer class obi nipa.
But they were doing all these things before.
They were doing all these things.
Yeah.
Me say, ade kura to obi eni ankasa kura no. We have a way of ube yi ade na free wani so a. Ye beka cho say emposa pe be scratch o eye no. And we have some plants bi uko ewura mu a utwa pa na ensuo no ta ya homa o utwa se pa o betimi anum nsuo sa ba sa wi no ja ho no na eda so sone. Obi edu ho no a ono so peja homa no ba ensuo keka na wonom, and you can never compare any water to sa water.
But you have to have knowledge of it.
You have to have knowledge about it. And you betimi atwa homa bi so wo di gu onu say wonom ta wo ho nyina be yekru infection all over the throat and the stomach as well. And you know plant medicine should be practiced well and it's not a scam. Enti do baby aya na o how ne say obehwe obia na sabi wenye sika kakra na akwose some machines na wode aye setup wo say a herbal clinic fenipa no ko bushi ne say aha ne mo aye wo no o plant e wo use wo clinic ni ebi wen.
That's another issue.
Oni say wo ye business, and business is different from healing. And so now over healing, the thing you should have that impartation. As I said, the be a mensa that have me procedure, me see a drew, me so drew, it mensa we ankasano, send me the two so cranoa, sign impartation is there.
Yeah.
But and you will be a what baby cana, Munkoto remember, Munyam say, my say, now I will honor, now a bapania prescribe the amount. No, Heba is something that we practice. We do with our hands, our mind, and our spirit. Make our spirit now. Our spirit make a conscience. And what's an American? It is sanity. It is a plantain we now American. I want to just we are young steam. They should share the steam. That will be our last.
Our last. Okay, guys, get the steam ready for me.
No. Say, when you say.
Doc, before you move on, let me find out. Are all these plants you can plant in your house?
Yeah.
But now we are encouraging people to plant, some of these plants in their houses. Are there some you can plant at home and some that you can plant at home?
You know nunum?
Nunum, yes.
Met me a canunum wasam sa 40 hours non-stop. Mamenka the met about nunum. A man for say is so powerful. In spiritual, magical, whatever, nunumu.
Yeah.
And say obi enya severe heart palpitation like nakoma no ebi breaki. Akoma ne booking kikim. Penunum. Makoma yansa na wa hohoro ho. Na wawe. O keke na wa mini nsu na guyem. Obo nsa na akoma ne jo. Akoma ne bejo. But wakoma yare ne enkoye. Omuntie mi enti no se wo akoma yare na se ba ebra abano ano the first aid nunu ebe cut down o pressure no arise ama unhunya onyawo ma obi tete nunu mu na oposa na fa se wanu eba down pe ko hospital na yenhwa de kode a na yenyi.
So it means if you have it in the house it helps. That's your first aid.
That is it. That is the first aid. Yes, I be na yes so ye de guni ade when you say ebinumo omutimi konunum ye herbal practitioners no okonunum ho na wakoto o practice jagadu nunum afiti gote na ho agfm I will say the others obokeka sensem no a me pese.
So this is nunum.
Yeah, this is the nunum me pese sunsuma e wo mu no ebi mra me mu me pese sunsuma e wo mu no ebi. And as you are continuously reciting all these things omo say na you become unconscious. Yeah, okay. No, and also no when you're that impartation. But I don't believe in it. Why? Me bunko toje e wo nunum me ni nunum kasa no se me call plant ho a what I do ni say plants no evil spirits no almost e use plant and good spirits above e use plant but ye nipa ni use plant but enipa no mo bad spirits no omo use plant enti me so me use plant enti obi en communicate to the powers behind the juma oye no enti me do plant ho no mo a I talk to the God Almighty. Me nyanko pon twedi ampon wona wo ne ma nyina na bo sa plant we ma hwehwe bia na ma behu ebra meti se tumi bi wo around ebetumi intervene ejuma me de koya me de hyewonsa ma wanum nyamo nadi ma wie mate enti e bia obi hu obeka se okote plant here say one plant ne kasa. No, I don't talk to plants. I can never talk to plant or aso a minim for kwanaso and minim language a plant ka ebinim okote.
Some people say they speak with plants.
No,
communicate with plants.
Me, I don't believe in it. Hwe ebinim kra say okote plant pe say ewia ne bo pe untime nte plant because o ma pie yes plant ne we pie okodidi ye de ba semuni okodidi we but on say is a science say area because of this photosynthesis you know area no plant no then they have to seize all the phytochemicals are almost pour to well-being no na omo manufacture omu and through the way no enti area no koda we na fe omunya code we na sabre na oma bringing all the nutrients from the root to the top.
Okay,
it is sabre na obetimi use so in science it's not about
any spiritual
okodidi way oh a plant got over. So this but me no me hu say niam no a empanifo na kire wa obekire oni nyina say entia haban anopa because what awia because what na awia pe wo kodidi and Matiwase, because knowledge ya na ina na mo mo no. But some knowledge no eboa which yente plant here we also. But the reason no to me no
it's not because Okudidi answer spiritually is going to do something, but
Misuya de kakra efri the Monest health movement bia our former health minister College Kwesiga.
Okay.
Okofa nkrofo fi dimona bai. And say nkrofo me skilled do na ho na me nyefrie. Enti me no mo nante na no kra ne se omo kyerɛ me nyama bebre na enema mi misua firi omo ho no more than ya omo kyerɛ me because na me eager to learn much.
Yeah.
Enti no on me who the scientific basis and I made to ni amina na attach bu akobia mo ekyerɛ me no enti na kodua ka kyerɛ me say wo ye sepe enye ni say ante sa pe na nanu mu chipe na me hwɛ science no me say okay so this is the science but when nanu
this is how they
very good
get the explanation
bibia yes science etia ye asetena no ye nanu beka say nanu mu chi. But science back say because of this body chemistry and you say so it's the same thing.
It's the same thing. Yeah.
It's no. Afa say when we say yaka saa niama we mu nyina ye hu say Nyakopon wasiesie na mapade amaye and as I say ye use e de boa yen ho na yen ho etimi toye yen ko steam ni hwɛ the holistic healing of the body.
Guys, do we have the steaming where they're doing the treatments? If you guys.
Okay.
Okay. Do we have enough time to talk about dandelion? Can we speak briefly about dandelion and then we'll go to the steaming?
The dandelion is one of the best fruits for let me say a bois for proper liver functioning. It's also help in terms of kidney problems. Dandelion no ube prepare the salad, ube timi in the salad, ube timi blend ya nom. There
was time you were chewing one.
So this is the dandelion.
Yes.
And I'm the one standing. I mean I eat dandelion fresh from the source.
Yeah, you just took
I take it and then I start chewing it. Yeah. It's in sanity. Oh say e do baby we dandelion your friend tiger teeth yatasin.
That's the English tiger teeth.
Yeah, tiger teeth. And we say we are ube say aduane bia wudi bia no wudi pe aduane no few time na no so we a provoking digestive system.
Okay.
The moment you take the juice of dandelion say we your bar unya menses flow heavily and say we use dandelion. So we use dandelion it will be a heavy flow a bit flow man here I guess you rush you to the hospital and send a bit in your acre. But we will be our menses need to me man then you have to take advantage of dandelion. It's no for dandelion na eboa e ma wutimi eflow yi. So this plant is the dandelion ye kan ehon asem. But I think say steam no your time no it will be better.
I think they are finding it difficult to find where the steam is. I don't know, but let's see if we're able to get that. Guys, let's try and see if we're able to. I want you guys to continue showing it. Let's continue showing where the dog was chewing the dandelion.
Yeah. So that is
he explained it before he chewed it. So.
Yeah. It's that is the dandelion. Where no cranny say.
Look, steaming. You have a certain herbs that you put together for the steaming. Let's try and explain that.
With the steaming, we add anininkuruma.
Okay.
Yeah, add the seed. That is the fruit. And then the leaves. Yeah, add it nunum. Any satre plants now used to come once a 2023.
Yeah.
We add all in a pot. And no a true science way and a boil na vapor na fa pipe mimu abugu a chamber beer with the panitim. So it's like you'll be sitting like this and then the whole atmosphere is full of vapor.
Okay.
And that vapor is medicinal. And where you find yourself also will be like being in the forest. So you find yourself in the forest where the steam will cover all around the body. So it will activate the million pulses around the body so that you produce a lot of sweat. So it promotes your blood flow. It helps you to kind of say release tensions, and it also helps you to help your heart to beat well, and then also to produce let me say all the toxins that has been contaminated in your system. It will just come out through the sweat. It will say steamia sweat what they call about. Then you will see kind of say the proteinuria index, the uric acid, the excess sodium, the salt, the sugar. And after that, na say oko massage near massage. I feel sorry about I say uni planet.
Yeah.
Why you relieved? And just say what easy.
why very eased enti say na ye kan enhaban ho asem a etie se obi enim sania ye use ahaban na se nipa ni use ahaban no wrongly pe na fe abema ye fe bibi dangerous generalization and no be say na manfo ka na herbal medicine say kidney na herbal medicine say kidney but say ye ka Ghana month na say ye ka our own way of healing kind of saying our system dia and adinti na ye beka say herbal medicine say kidney e wo bra Abrofi with kidney problems. All the countries are suffering from kidney problems, which they don't use about medicine. Won't me fast how they way in UK. Say, Sadia way no, Ubetimi and one of my friend Abomeguchi. Into UK people, this is Abomeguchi into one Obianum, but they are having kidney problems. I don't know kidney problems, you know. The thing is, he who created man appointed his diet and also appointed his medicine. And our source of origin, that same source, you know, that we should get our food and our medicine. Enti enipa ye free form. E form na ye free e ba ye no. Ye nuane ye di so e free form. Eno na e ba be repair ye system no. Afe if something go wrong eno so e dry be no no. Eno so e free form. Eno na betimi aba ka de say e be reset ye system na men kan say entumi nko ye no. Enti the other way no ye be kan say obroni ye Toyota car. Na sa car na waye no ye wo the body parts no car na spare parts e wo ho no mo a Nyankopon so aye human body we the spare parts na way because automatically obi between a heart problem, automatically obi between a liver problem, kidney, prostate and other things.
Okay.
Ye benya spare parts na way ye de ne de say obi nya heart problem say obi ahu ni amfa ono na heart na ma ye ni bi Nyankopon aye ni nyina we have all the plants.
Okay.
You bet me a UC for the replacement of whatever the organ.
Okay. Doc, because of our time, mention where people can find you, your number and all that.
Yeah, say here or Dr. Bar. Nidi kan pan say obi hunu my social media network or Dr. Media, TikTok or Dr. Media. Rainbow Scientific Herbal Clinic, Ashoman Estate, Kraha. Ashoman Estate and I was center wonwa and unti ubetimi ahwehwe na no Dr. Ba etumi edinkomo na this very Ghana month you know a free nyame adomo 17th edikosi ending of this month obi a Ghana yenya how many years 68 obi a o parents ni age no 68 fanebra free steam
okay
obi a ni age no Ghana month age, you know. Oh, but for Ghana card, bra. I just want to confirm the age. Into what did the back?
Free steam, man.
Free steam, man. It's me number no. 0242 31 25 71 0242 31 25 71.